What is up, YouTubelettes? It is PuddlesA1 here, and I am bringing you another Showdown replay. This time it is against my friend, TheCanadianWifier, aka Richard. I assume most of you know him from YouTube or Showdown or the forums on Smokin', so I don't really need to explain him too much. So this is an NU game, obviously. Before I get into the battle, I want to address two things. One, top concern. I was laddering yesterday. I was testing a team in OU, a team that I've been trying to test for a while now. And I went through a bunch of different variations of the team, and it just kept getting worse and worse every time I was making the team. And because of that, and because I kept losing, I was put into a bad mindset. We'll say that. I was upset. So I was losing to all these kids, and then this one person joined my battle. He said that he knew me, and then at the end of the battle, right when I closed out of the battle, he said something, or he or she, I think it was a he, I think it was like Jake135 YouTube or something like that. And he said something, and it was like, GG, I've been a fan of yours or something, and I felt so bad for just ignoring you like that. So I apologize if that was you watching my battle and you ended up watching this. I am so sorry that I exited out of the battle without addressing it first, and I couldn't remember who I was playing. I couldn't get back into the battle, so I am just so sorry that I ignored you like that. That was really rude of me, and I shouldn't have done that, even though like I knew that you obviously knew me from YouTube, and I like, it was my fault. I'm sorry that I was upset, and I ignored you like that. Sorry, I messed with the mic. Anyway, the second thing I wanted to, that takes precedence because you guys are above everything else. The second thing I wanted to address is that I'm home. This is on my Wi-Fi from my house, and it's not that good. So if there's any like shaky, twitchy, whatever, if things are laggy, is what I'm trying to say, please forgive me. So I don't know anything about this tier. Let's just jump right into the battle. So I'm going to lead it right off with the Seismitoad as my opponent. Richard's going to be leading off with the Glalie. I know that oh, by the way, I call this Glalie instead of Glalie. So I know that these things tend to carry the freeze dry, and in any sense, Hariyama is a very good switch in because this Hariyama is thick fat, and it has Assault Vest, which is pretty standard now. So I go for the knockoff because it is my optimal play. If he wants to go out into the Mesprit to take the close combat, I can knock that thing's out of him off, probably take it out. If he wants to go out into the Primplump, I can probably take it out with the close combat, but I can't as he is physically defensive, which I see that they are tending to be nowadays. He goes for the Skull, does not get the burn, which is lucky for me, and I'm able to 2-hit KO him easily with the close combat, and he is not able to get up rocks. He's not able to defog. He's not able to burn me. He's not able to toxic me, so status is out of the question because his team's looking really offensive. I know well, honestly, if I were Richard, I'd be using offensive Kecleon, and that's what that looks like to me. So I see that I have nothing for Mesprit. I'm going to go out into my own Mesprit to take it, and I don't end up taking the combination of a U-turn and a Life Orb Shadow Sneak from Protean Kecleon. So I'm going to go right out into my Seismitoad, try and get my rocks up here because I don't want that Glalie coming in, and having full health. So he's going to go for the knockoff. Turns out he's going to be the Dark type. I'm guessing since he has knockoff, he doesn't have Sucker Punch, so I'm going to keep that in the back of my head. So here I'm just going to go over the Skull, try and get a burn, but he switches in the Power of Friendship, and the Power of Friendship just goes down to my Scalding Hot Water. And now we see this big Glalie. I don't want to take a Double Edge or a return, but I don't want to switch anything in case he goes for Explosion. So I'm going to go over the Skull, trying to get a burn, and I do score the burn, and it's not hacks because I called it. So we were in a Skype call, so he knows. He goes for the Super Fang, maybe expecting a switch out, but nah, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna let my Seismitoad in here as death fodder. But he actually ends up going for the Super Fang, and I end up living, and I'm gonna go for the Endeavor, which he ends up living, and then he goes out in the Mesprit, gonna go for the U-turn, give me the switch initiative here, as he's gonna go out into, I believe, the Sock. And in my head, I was like, hey, I can go out into my Hariyama and live a hit, right? Because Hariyama's bulky. And then I was like, wait, but why would I do that? So it was my worst play, honestly, to do that. But now that he is locked into close combat, I can just go into my Rotom and go for the Thunderbolt. Pretty easy play by me. He goes out of the Mesprit, and he's going to get 2-hit KO'd because I am Scarfed. He didn't think I was Scarfed. I don't know if ORAS NU has changed Rotom's ability to run Scarf. I thought that it was pretty standard that it was going to be Scarfed Rotom. So here, his best play is to go for Drain Punch, and my best play is to stay in and go for Thunderbolt. Because if I switch out, I get, I don't know how much Steelix is going to take from a Life Orb Drain Punch that turns out to be Stab. So I have to stay in and go for 2 Thunderbolts, which he doesn't go for Shadow Sneak on either of them, which is great for me because that means that I'm going to be able to outspeed this Sock. And I'll be able to take out the Kecleon and outspeed the Sawk, and he can't lock himself in on close combat, which means that I win regardless of what happens. Not really a big deal on his end because he made the best play that he should have, because had I switched out, the game could have been different. Like if I would have switched out into um, the Steelix on his Shadow Sneak, then I would have been able to get the free Mega off, and a Heavy Slam would have destroyed him. But if I would have had to take 2 or 3 Drain Punches, then that would have been a little worse. So he made his best plays there, and I'm really proud that I made my best play and ended up winning the game. So that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike and some constructive criticism. Again, to that guy that I completely blew off last night, December 16th, I am so sorry that I did that to you. That was really rude. And yeah, if I do that to any of you guys, feel free to let me know in the comments and leave a dislike, because I hate myself and I'm really upset. But anyway, have a great day, have a great night. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Tumblr, add me on Skype. PuddlesA1 is the name throughout all that. If you guys want to get a battle with me, whether it be on Wi-Fi or Showdown, hit me up on any of those social media links. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, and later, Gators.